The advanced Omega-class destroyers, also known as OmegaX Destroyers, were an experimental class of Earth Force warships armed with revolutionary weapons and fitted with shadow technology. This technology was obtained after Earth Force had found shadow vessels buried on Mars and Ganymede. At that time, Earth Force Technical Division was able to gather good data about the armor, the computers, and the weapon systems. At a length of 1,720 meters, the advanced destroyers retained much of the Omega-class basic configuration. The ship operated with a standard crew of 850 and was capable to transport, when needed, up to 18,000 troops. The ship was capable of carrying up to 36 Thunderbolt Star Furies, as well as other support crafts. The major differences from the default Omega start with the weapon systems. The weapons of this ship are notoriously powerful, consisting of bluish fusion beams capable of firing a continuous beam of neutrons at relativistic speeds. It's an offshoot from data recovered during the Earth-Minbari War and data learned from the shadow vessel on Ganymede. These weapons are powerful enough to punch through Minbari volume armor, and a single direct hit from the main weapon of the ship is capable to obliterate a White Star class vessel. The ship is armed with 6 heavy fusion beam cannons, 18 Fenlax fusion beam cannons, 2 heavy plasma mortars, and 2 fusion missiles launchers with 12 missiles each. Another major difference was the armor. In addition to the 10 meters of Carbonate 5 composite armor, the ship has a layer of shadow armor in a form equal or very close to the original one. Though limited in thickness, this layer of semi-organic armor proved to be able to absorb far more punishment than regular armor would. There were a number of spike-like structures reminiscent of shadow vessels protruding from various areas on the hull, though its function remained unknown. The ship was fitted with 18 interceptors and the Mark III defense-grid energy projectors. A fleet of 6 advanced destroyers was deployed towards the end of the Earth Alliance Civil War. The fleet was sent to ambush the renegade fleet with the intent of wiping out the Earth ships that had defected to the Resistance. The advanced destroyer group was instead confronted with a fleet of 20 White Stars led by Commander Ivanova's flagship, White Star II. Though they inflicted heavy losses on the White Stars, the advanced destroyers were wiped out. The original blueprints of this ship was lost after the fall of the President Clark's regime, but Earth Force was able to collect, organize, and salvage a large amount of information. Thanks to his investigations and thanks to testimonials and interviews with the survivors of the OmegaX personnel and of the technical teams that followed that project. This information, mostly about armor and computer systems, was implemented in the design of the new Warlock Advanced Destroyers. Please, if you liked this video, remember to like, share and subscribe. I will be posting videos regularly. Thank you for watching.